Welcome back to Industry RSVP In Depth. On the Virtual Channel Network, I'm Seth Coltan, and I believe this is segment 4 with Todd, TQ, Jefferson. Can I get a round of applause in the studio? Better! Yeah, that's for you, bro. Okay, we're all wondering about Comic-Con. I have never been, and I've always wanted to go, and I'm fearful of it because it seems like a madhouse, but the most fun a person could ever have at a madhouse. Can you just tell me what it's like to experience that?
Gosh, I first went to Comic-Con over 20 years ago, and I used to make it a yearly pilgrimage, if you will. So it's been interesting for me watching Comic-Con evolve beyond just the niche stereotypic cartoon or comic book guy going to these events and seeing the television studios and the film studios and all these different groups taking interest in comic books and pop culture, and watching this event sort of explode into the zeitgeist. I think it's been fantastic. The last couple of years have been very interesting and different for me because they were the first times I've gone to Comic-Con as a Marvel guy, so as an insider, if you will. So you get a different badge, it's a different color, it's kind of cooler.
You don't wait in those long lines, I would assume, too, right?
Yeah, not so much. Not so much. I mean, you're still dealing with the crush of humanity that is the walkways of Comic-Con. But when I'm standing at the booth and I'm chatting with Matt Fraction, part of me is like, this is ridiculous. I'm talking to Matt Fraction, or I'm talking to Brian Michael Bendis, and it's like, these guys are celebrities to me. And here I am wearing the badge, and I'm one of them. So Comic-Con is just an incredible experience. Whether you're an insider or not, it's awesome.
Do you find that you tend to get flooded after a panel that you're on? People want to come up and talk to you more? Or is it very peaceful? The panel's over, everyone goes their separate way?
There are a few people, like twos and threes, that sort of thing, that are interested in hanging out and talking a little bit. They have some questions that either we ran out of time for, or they just really just want to hear more of what we were talking about. And that's to me, it's just really cool. I'm always happy to stand around and talk about comics and video games. It's it's not a bad way to spend 5 minutes. So all the cons I've gone to that I've spoken on panels at, or even if I'm just at the booth and you see it says Marvel on there, people have questions and they want to talk to someone in the know.
Yeah.
So I pretend I'm that guy, and I talk to them about comics and video games.
So because you are a Marvel guy in the know, really, and you really are quite an insider, when you're not on a panel, do you have free reign to hang out at the Marvel booth, sign autographs if you want, answer questions if you want, or is it very scheduled? The current writer of The Amazing Spider-Man has it from 4 to 5, and then somebody else has...
Yeah, well, the way the booth is run, it is a very scheduled thing, because they're rotating talent in there every hour, and it's dozens of Marvel writers and Marvel artists and editors and celebrities in our circle. So it's a very controlled and regulated thing. For me, I'm just walking around and I'm just like everybody else. If I'm not on a panel, I'm just Comic-Con goer number 126,005.
Just soaking in the world that you love and all these people who are celebrating it.
Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for more toys and statues, really, to be honest with you. But
you're a collector?
Yeah, I think they call it enthusiast now. Is that the new euphemism?
I don't know.
For fanboy maniac for toys.
Now let me ask you about that, because I have a few of my own. But I find that they kind of sit there looking good. Do you ever play with them? You ever grab Thor's hammer and just hit something?
No, last time I did that, something broke.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, so I just leave it there. I admire them. I buy another one. I put it next to it. So I guess I do collect more than I play. But for me, it's just the owning is thrill enough.
Yeah. Do you still go to local comic book shops, or do you get your comics from Marvel, from where you work?
We get comic books internally, but they're for work purposes and they're for my group. So it's not really right of me to take them home. So we keep those there. But I still go to comic book stores on Wednesdays. I get some comics shipped into me from my favorite store up in Northern California. So I still do the comic book buyer sort of ritual, which is great.
Can I ask you what it is that you like about your favorite store? I've heard a lot of comic book fans do have one particular place that they like to go on Wednesdays or get their comics from. What is it that? Why is your heart at this one place?
Well, this place was it was close by. It was clean. It was sunny. It was organized. The staff was extremely knowledgeable about comic books. Very courteous people. So they made it a joy to go in there and shop for comic books. They made great recommendations. So you walk in and you go, this place is awesome. I love this place. So when I moved away, I talked to the guys like, I'd rather keep my business here than find a new place.
That's cool. So you haven't had the opportunity to go into a different comic book shop and accidentally show them your business card?
No, that's
That'd
just,
be awesome.
That's just tacky.
That's
like, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm just going to walk in there and buy my books.
You're going to have to loan me your business card.
Sure. Anytime you want. I'm going to scratch out all the phone numbers and email address, but yeah, you can use it.
All right. We're going to take our last break, and next week we're going to come back with Todd and learn about what is going on right now in the world of Marvel video games.